All right, let's get real about what's happening in Ontario's housing market right now. Activity has picked up a bit in August and September, but don't get twisted. This is not 2021 all over again. Prices are still very high, condos are struggling, and affordability is still tough. But yes, people are still buying. So let's break down who's actually buying houses in Ontario right now and who's actually not. Hi, my name is Deloshan, and welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Watch. So, we've been talking about record low sales, 30-year lows, 25-year lows, 15-year lows. But over the last couple of months, pre approvals are up and purchase activity has increased a little bit. It's not booming, it's not even close to the 10-year average, but it's also not as dead as it was earlier this year. Now, you might hear rumors that prices could tick up a little bit in September. Well, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably a little bounce after months of prices going down. And don't expect a full turnaround anytime soon. Now, you might be asking, who's not buying? Well, investors are basically gone from the market in Ontario. They're calling mortgage brokers to fix issues with properties that they bought back in 2021 or earlier. But very few are buying properties right now for rental purposes. And condos, especially in downtown Toronto, is a disaster. There's an oversupply of condos, low demand, and prices are still too high for what you get. Now, who is actually buying now? Well, there are three main groups. Number one, first-time buyers. A lot of these buyers aren't super young. They're in their late 30s or 40s, but they're tired of renting, tired of rent increases, and dealing with landlords. So they want stability and they want a place of their own. Number two, move up or move down buyers. So these are families who are selling their current house and buying another. And in my professional advice is very simple. Sell first and then buy second in this current market. Because with so much inventory, you don't want the risk of carrying two properties. And three, life event buyers. These are people who are getting married, having kids, or getting financial help from their parents. Life doesn't stop, and sometimes you just have to buy even when market isn't perfect. So let's be clear, prices in Ontario are still crazy high. So to buy a single family home or even a townhouse in Toronto or a nearby suburbs, you probably will need approximately $225,000 to $250,000 as a down payment and a household income of around $275,000 or more. So yes, prices in places like Durham and York region are down approximately 30% from the peak in 2021, and with mortgage rates hovering around the high 3%, it works for some families with enough income and parental help. But overall, housing is still very expensive. So here's the bottom line. Activity is picking up, but it's not investors driving this market. It's families, first-time buyers, and people with life changes who are stepping in. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in the GTA and want to know what makes sense for your situation, reach out to me at deloshan@realestatewatch.ca. And don't forget to like, subscribe to Real Estate Watch so you don't miss the next update on the Ontario housing market. And I'll see you in the next video.